Welcome back to Wines du Jour. Boy, we're having a good time eating some great food and drinking some wonderful, drinkable, lovable wines. Now, this Cabernet Sauvignon is a wine that we're actually pouring 2 times this evening. You know, normally on Wines du Jour, we do 3 different wines during the evening and pair food with each one. But we thought since Mark is doing 2 wines currently, that it would be fun to take one of his wines and pair it with 2 different kinds of food. So, the first one we just finished, that was the filet mignon on a little potato crust. And now the third wine, or the third pouring, if you will, which is going to bring out the third food, is strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake and Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, the average person would say, are you kidding me? Strawberry shortcake, it needs a little dessert wine or something. And a Cabernet is big and bold, and you want robust meat and steaks and so on. But guess what? When you taste it with a little strawberry shortcake, it's a whole different world, isn't it? You guys had a chance to taste it? You agree with me? Yeah. How did you like that, Mark?
Oh, I love it. And what you're looking at here is the difference between the meat and the dessert is you're looking at a wine that is very symmetrical with the beef, and now you're looking at a dichotomy here. You've got kind of different flavors, but together it works. It's just a different pairing and a different profile. Well, I love it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And the shortcake, everybody knows about shortcake, and you take a little powder and put over the top of it, makes it look nice, but it adds a little sweetness to it. The strawberries, this is not the best time of the year for strawberries, but they are fresh. And you take those, and he made a little bit of strawberry sauce with that, and then he's taken the sauce and added it to fresh strawberries with whipped cream on the shortcake. And I have to tell you, by itself, it's beautiful. But with a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, it's really magnificent. It truly is. It's not, it's not something you want a big plate of. It's something, when I talked about quality as opposed to quantity, this is precisely what we're talking about. The size of this dessert and a little bit of this Cabernet Sauvignon together is absolutely spectacular. And Mark Mondavi, I got to tell you one more time before we go off the air, this is a name that's very unique. Well, I don't have to tell you that. You already know that. But these 2 wines are just outstanding. And as you mentioned, you didn't make them to compete with and be just like everything else. You kind of created your own taste. And I have to tell you, this Cabernet Sauvignon is outstanding, whether it's with dessert or with red meat or whatever the case may be. Lamb, this would be outstanding with lamb stew, if you think about that for a minute. And then also the Chardonnay. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the program, Chardonnay is not generally considered a really good wine to pair with food. This is perfect. He's done something because it comes from that Monterey area where those little breezes are and all the things that I talked about earlier. That's made this Chardonnay a whole different concept. And both of them, I don't know how you've done that, both of them are in an absolutely wonderful price range. Not big at all. In fact, you could probably raise the price, Mark, if you wanted to, and nobody would ever complain.
I won't tell sales and marketing, because they'll shoot me.
Yeah, I understand. Well, we've had a great time this evening. Mark Mondavi came all the way from Napa, California, to spend time with us, brought his wines. He's given everybody here a nice T-shirt, a book that he wrote, a divining rod so you can go out and find your own well if you want it. You can't ask for anything more than that, so we really appreciate your time.
Let me give you 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What you do is go out in your lawn. Every lawn has sprinklers. Go out and walk your lawn and ask them to find the water pipe. And if they turn this way or turn that way, you've got something.
Okay, that's great. Listen, I want to thank you for listening to Wines du Jour, America's #1 wine syndicated radio and television show. We're here at this very same time each week. I want to thank my broadcast engineer, Jeremy Knight, Carl Magno from Viasian TV and High Definition for making television in Las Vegas, Cox Cable, DirecTV, and all over Asia happen. I want to thank you for choosing to listen to Wines du Jour. From the left coast, from the east coast, and from all around the world on the internet, I'm Les Kincaid. Good night, everybody.
The Asian TV, the community channel for Asian Americans in Las Vegas.